Hey folks, welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor and this is my second Friday reads in a row. Woo! It's not actually going to be all that different to last week's Friday reads because I'm still reading the same books. I did not do as much reading last weekend as I had intended. It was a very motorsport heavy weekend and I was just a bit distracted and not really in the mood. But I really do need to knuckle under this weekend because while I did make some progress on Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, I really need to make a lot more because I'm already a week into, like halfway through my mid-semester break. And this is the first book we're studying after the mid-semester break. So I really need to read a lot of this weekend. I've made a little bit more progress on Ring Shout by Peter Jelly Clark, but still, for a novella that is by an author that I really love, I'm going quite slowly. So I need to try and get through some of that as well. The thing that I have been reading bits of this week, and it's a slow process and I've been reading it for a while, but I have made some progress this week, and I will hopefully make some more this weekend, is Firefront, First Nations Poetry and Power Today, edited by Alison Whittaker. So this is a fairly recent book. It's got a lot of older poetry, it's got a lot of newer poetry, song lyrics, and each section, it's divided into sections and each section has a little essay to start off with. I've read the first two sections, I think. So I'm about a third of the way through it. As you can see, I've been tabbing the poems that I really like. Poetry, usually with me, either I really, really love it and it speaks to me, or I don't understand it at all. So, and that's the same in this, and that's the same with all poetry. But there are some really moving works in here. And the other thing that makes me so slow with reading poetry is that I like to read it aloud. I think poetry always sounds better read aloud, particularly the kind of poetry that I like. So I sort of only usually read maybe one or two poems in an evening, depending on how long they are. But I am very carefully making my way through Firefront and it's really good. Like, I really recommend it so far. So yeah, hopefully I will make some more progress on this, and some more progress on Great Expectations. Definitely more progress on Great Expectations and more on Ring Shout. There's not much motorsport on this weekend, at least not much motorsport that I'm interested in. So I don't have that as a distraction. And it's supposed to be wet tomorrow. So, because the other thing about last weekend is that I went out for a very long walk on Saturday. Well, as long as I could manage pretty much with lockdown restrictions. But it's probably going to rain tomorrow. So I probably won't leave the house. So hopefully there will be much reading, and it will hopefully be reading that I am supposed to be doing, not other reading like fanfic and Jane Austen variations, which I have been going through a phase of again. It's lockdown, it's comfort reading, you know me. But those are the three books that I really want to be reading this weekend: Ring Shout, Great Expectations, and Firefront. So fingers crossed that's how this weekend's going to go. If you've read those books, again, I don't want spoilers, but happy to talk about what I've read so far in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye.